Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and today I'm going to be doing another triple reaction to Cody Fry. We're going to be checking out the songs Go, What If, and Underground. I gotta say I'm super excited to be doing this reaction because my first time hearing Cody Fry, you guys should check that video out, absolutely blew me away. I think it comes as no surprise to anybody who's, clicking on a Cody Fry reaction video how good this man is. He blends beautiful piano ballads with massive symphonies. The arranging is on point, the energy is bubbly and energetic, and then it becomes soaring and powerful. I'm here for that. Those are all of the hallmarks of an amazing cinematic, just otherworldly experience. So I hopefully that gets you excited as well. Before jumping into this, a big thank you to Craig the Brilliant for making this donation request. And thank you once again, Craig, for introducing me to Cody. I listen to his music now anytime I go on drives. It's a good time. But now let's jump in, starting with Go. It's go time. And I know you requested the audio, but let's do the video.
Something kinda crazy. I wanna go drive all night with you right next to me.
Oh, it's already adorable.
Feel the pounding of your heartbeat. When we get up high, won't look down and won't look back. Yeah, when I die, I wanna know I lived like that. I wanna run in wide spaces, fly like the wind in high places, rushing like water on my face, with your hand in my hand. Ooh, I wanna dance into the morning, kiss you like you've never been kissed before me. I would go anywhere you wanna go, with your hand in my hand. I wanna go make pictures look like postcards.
It's just like freedom and love and creativity unbound.
I wanna go make pictures look like postcards. I wanna go take the train and watch you sleep right in my arms. I wanna go where we don't know where we are. Climb something high, don't look down and don't look back. Yeah, when I die, I wanna know I live like that.
No regrets.
I wanna run in wide spaces, fly like the wind in high places, rushing like water on my face, with your hand in my hand. Ooh, I wanna dance into the morning, kiss you like you've never been kissed before me. I would go anywhere you wanna go, with your hand in my hand. Anywhere you wanna go. So many things in this world I wanna do.
I love how this entire video is just two kids playing innocently, and that is what life ought to be, is just a constant state of play with the world. We can use our childlike innocence, our childlike curiosity, our freedom, tear off all of the shackles of society, all of the stresses, anxieties, fears. Easier said than done, but be free at the end of it all, because that's what we are. We are creatures meant to be free and to be good to each other and to be at peace. This is like the image of what we all want to be at all times.
Things in this world I wanna do, and when I die I wanna know you did them too. Baby, me and you. Yeah, I wanna run in wide spaces, fly like the wind in high places, rushing like water on my face, with your hand in my hand. Ooh, I wanna dance into the morning, kiss you like you've never been kissed
Catchy.
before me. I would go anywhere you wanna go, with your hand in my hand. I wanna run
Oh yeah, build it again.
fly like the wind in high places, rushing like water on my face, with your hand in my hand. Ooh, I wanna dance into the
They grew
morning,
up.
kiss you like you've never been kissed before me. I would go anywhere you wanna go, with your hand
man. That is just a super, super hopeful, energetic pop song. Less symphonic than maybe I was expecting now, having listened to the Cody Fry that I have. But that's totally cool because what we heard was still so powerful and moving and just really makes me happy. And I probably made this comment on different reactions before, but for those of you who haven't watched every single one of my reactions, it's worth repeating. I think love is just absolutely a beautiful thing, and it took me a while, but I love love. I love the idea of love, what it represents, what it does in terms of outcomes. For a long time, I didn't really consider love that way. I considered love as more of a selfish thing, something that I'm given or I get to take from somebody else, and it's my feeling internally only. But it's never that case. Love is always communal. It is always shared with another, and once you loving the process is what makes the entire journey of life fun, peaceful, and lovable. And I just like the visuals of everything. Very happy scenes, the kids playing, dancing around, and then they grow into adulthood, and then they bring that same love and warmth. And we should strive for a society that creates environments where that is the norm. I feel like looking at that now, it almost makes me a bit sad because I don't think a lot of people are experiencing that en masse, and I would put myself in that bucket as well at times. It's a learning process, and, we have to appreciate the examples we get. Love, love. Anyways, enough sappiness. Let's continue into the next one here. This is called What If? What if Cody just gave me like 10% of his skill? What if he shouted out this YouTube channel? What if you hit the subscribe button?
I drive across bridges, so worried about falling that I miss the view. Already watching the news reports saying there was nothing anyone could do. In my mind, what if I fall?
Wow.
But if it's in my mind, what if I fly? Get a little higher.
Wow.
Get out of my head for a minute and just feel the wind on my face. Maybe the fear
Wow.
just means I'm alive. Maybe I'll fall, but what if I
There are the strings.
I think of you, pick up my phone, then put it down again.
Oh, it's already beautiful. And just quick meaning about this one, at least how it resonates with me. There's pessimism and then there's optimism. There's always multiple ways to look at a situation. It is perspective at the end of the day. So there's a million reasons to deter you to do something. For example, if you're taking on a new role at work, or taking up a new hobby, or gaining up the courage to ask somebody out on a date, there's a million reasons to say no. But if instead of hypothecating on all of the reasons things could go wrong, why not think about all of the potentialities of it going right? If we could just reframe it, then what is there to lose? You get the opportunity to ask this person out, and if they don't like you, then it's good because you're not a fit for each other, and then you get to move on with your life rather than ruminating endlessly. If you take on that new risk by going to a new position, yes, there are downsides, but there's always going to be upsides too. There's always a takeaway there. Pessimism and optimism both serve useful functions, especially when under the hood of realism and pragmatism, but to only bias towards negativity and not at least consider the expected value function of all of the realms of possibility you're doing yourself a disservice and you create your own negative spirals. We don't want that.
My phone, then put it down again. There's no way for you to reply to the messages I never send.
Da, da, da.
In my mind, we'd never fall in love.
God, it's beautiful once again.
What if I'm on your mind? What if I fly? Get a little higher. Get out of my head for a minute and just feel the wind on my face.
What if you subscribe?
Maybe the fear just means I'm alive. Maybe I'll fall. But what if I what if I fall
Oh, and
straight out of the sky?
the plucking here.
Would I rather look back and wonder or know that I actually tried?
His voice is like a warm hug.
What if I fly? Yeah, get a little higher. Get out of my head for a minute and just feel the wind on my face. Yeah, maybe the fear just means I'm alive. Maybe I'll fall. But what if I
Dude, I love his music. It is so overwhelmingly positive. In a world where most things feel negative these days, this is really refreshing. I'm very curious. I'd be surprised if this wasn't the case, but Cody's music should be like in a Disney movie if it isn't already, right? Like that goes without saying. There's so much positivity in his music. Kids would benefit at least by hearing it. It feels like the kind of song you would find in a Disney film. Not that, I care so much about Disney, but of course it's like the premier animated film studio for children, and I love kids getting good messages. This is a great one. What if the good thing happens and not the bad thing? Again, don't be delusional, don't be unrealistic, but at the same time, trust yourself. Allow yourself to contend with the difficult circumstances ahead. And, even if it is uncertain, even if things in the future feel like it can't be done, make them happen. Go into it with your head held high. And even things that feel unrealistic can be made realistic with enough hard work and discipline, effort, talent, all of that good stuff. What if? Let's make it so. I like it. And I'm glad that we got some of that symphonic mastery back into the mix here. Those strings cutting up through the music's air up and down never gets old in my mind. And those big crescendo moments are just that much bigger with the strings. So let's check out the last song. I believe we have Underground. This is from his symphony sessions, so expect more of that. At least that's what I'm expecting. Oh, those cellos already. Oh my God. Are we Yeah. Oh yeah, we are traveling through outer space here. The final frontier, where man defies reality and uncovers worlds beyond. I wish I had that like narrator's voice. In coming this summer. Just a little simmer. Has this literally been in a movie before? Oh my god. Why did I ever quit orchestra? They weren't having us play songs like this, I'll tell you that. Otherwise I would have stayed.
I woke up underground.
Wow.
Not a light, not a sound. Threw my voice into the dark, but the dark had no remark. Just repeated what I said.
A small note here, but like the way, and I mentioned this the first time I heard Cody, but his delivery of so many of these lyrics is just conversational. It flows out, and almost like in that indie pop singer kind of way, he like curtails the end of his phrases and then starts anew with some extra space. He doesn't really hold out a lot of these like long legato notes that extend into the next measure. And especially in this verse here, he's very quick with it.
But the dark had no remark, just repeated what I said. Claustrophobic at first, struck by hunger and thirst. I stood up and looked around. There was nothing to be found, just a world I couldn't see.
And he's born into the underground.
And I heard,
but he's still uncomfortable. Oh.
I can see you now.
Oh. Full tone change. The legato comes in.
I'll find my way underground.
Wow.
Then my fear began to ease.
Whoa.
From far away whispered a breeze.
It's so smart, like even structurally, like when he's going that quickly back and forth, it's like he's claustrophobic. It's like he has a lot of like frenetic pent up energy and he doesn't know where to necessarily put it. And then when he sees a bit of hope, the sunshine, the strings feel like rays coming down through the underground, and his singing becomes more sustained, more legato. It's hard to notice all these moments, especially when you hear it for the first time, but like a good example is High Ren by Ren. That is a song where, based on the current moment that he's in, he changes his vocal delivery to fit a different character, to fit a different energy, and it is one of the hardest things to do because it's not only vocal performance, it's also acting. It's also embodying multiple characters, multiple emotions, back and forth you go. It's always very impressive to me. I like pointing those moments out when I can.
From far away whispered a breeze, telling me to move along, there's nothing wrong. So I cornered my resolve, took a breath and took a step, encountered metal on my left. What a strange thing to find, middle in this blaze of mine, running lengthwise down the hall. And I heard, then a light broke through the black.
chime.
I was standing on a
Yeah,
track.
see, the light is breaking through finally.
That little light began to grow. There was nowhere I could go. And the ground began to shake. No time left to hit the brake. That little light was closing in. Suddenly I'm floating. Love, I see you now. Oh, you found me here underground.
Oh my god. Oh, the dopamine just washing over. Do-do-do. Oh my god. How gorgeous, right? It's so impressive to me how lyrically the song is what it is. It's rather simple in that regard. All of those lyrics are taken and just whatever feelings the lyrics are meant to imbue onto the listener, or just from the perspective of the narrator here, are being taken into account in the vocal performance, into the melodic performance, and then we have this huge climax of emerging finally from the underground, from the dark, because we get that little crack of light, and that's just a little semblance of hope that gives us enough strength to shatter this dirt ceiling above us all, or in the case of caves, it is a cave, right? I guess underground doesn't specify. It could be dirt, could be a rock. Anyways, whatever's keeping us sheltered on the inside, I think we often create our own undergrounds. This kind of dovetails with what we heard previously with What If. Oftentimes the perspectives of how bad things are created by ourselves. It's not always the case. Of course, there are going to be circumstances that life throws our way that are just difficult, that will require our focus and love to ourselves, because it is damn hard to contend with. And yet we still have to look for that light to try to persevere. And that little bit of hope can be enough to galvanate positive behavior, positive thoughts, positive words, affirmations, whatever it needs to be to help move you in the direction away from the underground and float above, emerge from that darkness and into the light. It's all again, obviously easier said than done, but it's always worth doing, right? If you had to make the trade-off, would I stay in the dark for one more week, or would I do a little bit of effort and try to peek my head out today, and potentially with the chance of just staying in the light for a longer period of time? Because if you guys know this quote as well, success breeds success. So if things are going well for you now, you're in a positive state of mind, maintaining that momentum is actually the easier thing to do. Of course, if you're underground, a series of decisions and choices and thoughts kept you in the underground and are continually keeping you there. The hardest part is always to move ourselves out of our own mental inertias. So these like little rays of hope, whether they come from yourself, hopefully they do. If not, they can come from those you love or who love you. The world abroad, I am sending you rays of hope. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the reaction today. If you did and would like to request more Cody Fry, or really anything else for that matter, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.